Hello! Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of Ben's Corner and the second season of the Orlando Sentinels franchise. You know the story behind the team by now? We just came off of a very narrow victory, field goal against the Toronto Huskies last week, and you can see from our schedule the last few games have been very close. We just beat the Columbus Explorers by a point. Let's take a look at the victories, the margin of victories on this winning streak. 3 points, 1 point, a blowout against the Cowboys, a fairly good victory against the Dreadnoughts, a 1 point victory against the Washington football team, a touchdown between the Huskies the last time we played them, and another field goal victory against the Explorers. So, not a whole lot of margin for error. We head to New York to take on the Giants, and all of our losses this season, only 3 of them, have all come on the road. You can see that our record now stands at 11-3 after the victory last week, and that is very important because if we take a look at the standings, we're going to find out one thing. That the Conquistadors are 10-3, we are 11-3. So, we could possibly gain a game on the Conquistadors if they lose. Or we could have a two-way tie for first. So let's go ahead. I have not advanced the week yet, but our general manager wants to thank us for something, or congratulate us rather, because we have clinched a playoff spot. So let's take a look at his message. Looks like we've punched our ticket to the playoffs. Congratulations, Coach. It's been an awesome season, and you have done great work. Keep it going. If we win out, we have a shot at home field advantage in the playoffs. Well, we certainly do. And that would be something, as I was touching on earlier, all 3 of our last losses have come on the road, so having home field advantage seems to be a really big deal with this team. We've locked up a playoff berth, so the whole team gets a plus 20 morale bonus. Great. You know, that can influence their performance as the season goes on. And let's go ahead. We have some upgrades to take care of, but I'll go ahead and do that after we advance. Let's get into the week in question. We'll take a quick look at the Giants roster and their season. And we have a breakout, a dev breakout, an injury decision, some upgrades. But let's go ahead and take a look at the standings real quick and see what happened with the Conquistadors. And they lost. So we now have 1 game sole possession of the best record in the NFL. This could be huge because we played the Conquistadors after the Giants game. And this looks like one of those classic trap games. We'll get into that in a minute. Let's go take a look at this dev breakout. I don't know who that is. It's Artavius Baber, the backup outside linebacker. Coach, you really let me play to my instincts recently, and I can't thank you enough. Last week was one of the best performances I've had since college. If I can put together another game like that against the G-Men, it'll go a long way toward establishing me as a leader on this team. Well, he is not a leader on this team. He is a special teams backup player, and I guess he got some cleanup work last week. We have a big injury decision on Chris Bradley. He could come back for the final game against the Conquistadors. I'm not going to have him come back early. I don't want to risk missing him for the playoff run, because we are definitely going to have one, and I'd like to have him be part of that. He is our fastest receiver, so we'll go ahead and let Donald White take his spot and let him heal up completely. I've already been over the free agents. I've already signed pretty much everyone I want. We'll take a look at scouting real quick. Pretty much I've scouted everybody I've wanted to for the most part. Until I start seeing some of these combines. I'm going to let you in. I'm going to do an in-depth scouting episode with some information that I have as to why I only go a certain way with some players. Like, I won't go beyond the 3rd round for a quarterback unless I see an outstanding combine for some reason. The same thing with running backs. Unless I see what their combine numbers are, if they don't have an outstanding combine, I'm not going to go down past the 3rd round on running backs. Pretty much, I won't draft a fullback until I see combine. Wide receivers, it's the same story. I want to see, like, outstanding speed or something if I'm going to go down this far in the draft to go get one. Tight ends, same thing. After the 3rd round, there's pretty much not a lot of talent. Offensive line is a little bit different story. You can get really good ones in the very later rounds, and that's why I like to look at the combine for that and see just where their strength numbers and everything are. There's certain criteria I have for linemen to fit my system, and it's pretty much I don't go beyond the 3rd round for any position. And the reason for that is after the 3rd round, in theory, there is quite a bit of an awareness dip-off, so you're already losing out on that. Let's go ahead and just take a look at the rest of the 2nd round here. I'm not really worried about scheme fits or anything like that. I'm just looking for the talent. And all of these guys are... We found some potential good ones, some 2nd round projected talent that has 1st round talent. So, yeah, it might be worth a look. I think we're pretty strong at defensive tackle. I don't think we need any more talent there. And we'll go ahead and finish out the linebacker scouting to round 3. We've got a couple more middle linebackers. Let's see if I got any more corners to check out. Looks like a pretty deep corner draft. There's some talent to be had there, but we're pretty set at corner for now. If I had to say, we have to find out if Kiefer Byrne is the guy, because there is some talent here to be had. Halfback, we're set. I can't see us taking anybody within the first couple rounds here. Fullback, it's a work in progress. Wide receivers, we could use a true number 1. We don't really have one. Tight end, I think we could use a very good receiving backup number 2 tight end, because the number 2 tight end will get a lot of looks in this system that we're running, and we just don't have that go-to 2nd guy. We have basically 2 blocking fullbacks, or tight ends, rather. An outstanding, top-quality left tackle could be something we could really use. Left guard seems to be okay. Center is being held down by Crockett. And right guard, right tackle. Basically, the offensive line is still a work in progress. Defensive line, I think we're set with what we've got. Maybe some backups we need. Defensive tackle, same thing. Outside linebacker, we're pretty weak. Actually, Artavius Baber is now the starter. That's right. I've moved him up since we're going with a 4-3 now. All right, so I'll get in more into that when we go over the scouting episode. Right now, let's go ahead and take a look at the New York Giants and see what they bring to town. And they are a team in transition. You're going to hear me bring that up, but let's see how they've got some very high-end talent, but it's spread out very awkwardly. They have a new quarterback in town, the rookie Keith Bennett, and he's having a pretty good season. I'll touch on that more in the game, but you can see he's a 74 overall. He doesn't really have a lot of speed, but he does run every once in a while. Decent throwing power and good short, medium accuracies. His deep accuracies, kind of like Kiefer Byrne. Not that wonderful, but it's not as good as Kiefer's. But he does have that arm strength that Kiefer Byrne does not have. Backup, he's got a young backup in Philip Henley and Luke Townsend. At halfback, they have the scat back in Lee Smith and a power back in Lionel Russell. 2 very different running backs. One is definitely more of the elusive type, and this is more of a steady pounder here. And then Malachi Sexton is the 3rd stringer. At fullback, they have a big blocking fullback in Kerry Kyle, 70 overall, 6'2", 256. Not anything outstanding, but definitely geared more towards the blocking game. He does have 85 lead blocking. Wide receivers, they have some talented ones. Glenn Crocker is their leading receiver. He's an 86 overall. Not breakaway speed, but that's not how this offense works. He does have great catching traffic spec catch. He leads the team in yardage, and Malik Maxwell, the number 2 man, their big playmaker, also is leads the team in touchdowns, but not yardage. They do get the ball to Trey Alexander. He's kind of a gadget game breaker. Not a lot of receptions, but a lot of yards. Kobe Locke, Damian Lawson, and Patrick Homan. Locke is 6'5", 227, so could be a mismatch there. Tight ends, they have more of a blocking tight end, but this guy's got really soft hands. Sean Trammell is definitely a possession tight end. They love to throw the ball to him. Danny Blaylock and Matthew Porter, more of the blocking tight ends. Now here comes the offensive line. Left tackle, Anthony Pryor, is only a 74 overall. Not very good pass blocker and not a very good run blocker. Same thing with the backup, Matt Goodman, who is a rookie. So you see this team in transition. They got a lot of talented players that are more towards the veterans. Left guard, nothing special here. Lucas Murray is 75. The veteran Anthony Snyder, 72. Again, not outstanding blocking numbers, really down on the run blocking for the left guard position. Center's a great one. Parker Blackburn, one of the best in the business. A 90 overall. I'm surprised he doesn't have a dev trait. Just normal, but 91 pass blocking, 93 run blocking, 95 run blocking power, 95 pass blocking power. So up the middle is pretty solid when running behind him. And the right guard, Mark Cologne, also one of the best in the business at his position. 88 overall veteran, got 97 strength, 92 pass blocking power, 92 run blocking power, and is 80s overall for the blocking skills. Right tackle, they drop off here on the outside of the line. Alex Ringer is 71 overall, and Matt Warren is 67. At defensive end, Juan Posey, who comes in as their rushing D tackle. They run a 3-4, a disguised 3-4, so they like to bring the blitz from all over the place. And rookie Tyson Murdoch is 75 overall. At right end, we got to watch out for this guy, Kevin Carter, and I'll bring him up during the game. Outstanding numbers. 84 speed, 89 acceleration, 86 strength, 90 awareness, 92 finesse move, 89 tackling. I mean, he can pretty much do it all. Could even drop back in zone coverage if he had to. And the backup is a more traditional run stuffer, Nick Whitworth, 6'3", a rookie. Defensive tackle, Antonio Pierman is their nose tackle, and he stays in for the rushing downs. And backup, Travis Monroe and Calvin Turk, the rookie, behind him. At the outside linebacker spot, it's Philip Seymour Huffman. Although the overall is only 74, he does have a lot of speed and tackles well. Also has good zone coverage. 70 zone coverage for an outside linebacker is pretty good. Bernard Jordan and Bruce Moreland are the backups. Not much to deal with there. Braden Grant is their leading tackler. He's a 75 overall, has decent speed and mobility. Not a great tackler. Behind him isn't much of tackling either, with Marcus Birch and Tyler Bird. Outside linebacker is a aging veteran superstar, Arkamus Buchanan. Say that 10 times fast. Arkamus Buchanan. Fearmonger trait. Good speed, good acceleration, nice strength, great awareness, play recognition, tackling, has 89 finesse moves, so he could be trouble for us. Armin Clemens is the backup. Their secondary, a little bit of speed, Leonard Wilkerson, but undersized, kind of like our Aaron Kershaw. 6 foot, Clayton Manning, not Peyton Manning, but Clayton Manning. Got a little bit of speed on him as well, good coverage skills. Taylor Sullivan, Joel Weber, and Zamel Horn. So they do have a little bit of speed in their secondary. At free safety, it's a good one. Dwayne Truman, a zone hawk, 91 speed, free safety. Doesn't have great acceleration though, but you can see the 86 zone coverage. The backup is Rashawn Charles. At strong safety, Dudley Wilder, the veteran, slowing down in his upper years, 83 speed overall. Still has 77 zone covering, and the backup is Alex Farmer. Kicking might be interesting because they have 2 kickers, Dustin Kendall and Riley Farmer, and I thought, well, maybe one's the place kicker, one's the kickoff artist. That's not the case. Dustin Kendall is the starting kicker. He does struggle from beyond 50 yards, as you would expect with that accuracy and kick power, but he's actually 13 out of 15 on field goals. Riley Farmer, I have no idea why he's on this team. The punter's Tony Flanagan, and he handles kickoff duties, probably because of the extra accuracy. So there you have their talent. It's kind of spread out all over the field. We're going to have to do some accounting for Carter and Buchanan, and I want to do something with my depth chart. I'm thinking we need to get speed on the outside wide receiver slots and let Perry Wood eat underneath, because now, he doesn't have breakaway speed. None of our receivers really do, other than Chris Bradley, and he is unfortunately on the shelf. So I'm thinking that Donnell White, who has emerged as probably our best bet for a number 1 receiver. We don't really have a true one. Perry Wood's kind of assumed the role, even though that's not really... He's more of a number 2 possession guy. But I think I'm going to put Donnell White in the number 1. Put Perry Wood as the number 2. leave Parrish McCarthy here, and then move Perry Wood to the slot receiver role. Let's see who I've got there. Oh, I already have him there. Okay, so that's good. That's what I want. I want to see if we can kind of stretch the field a little bit with the speed of perhaps Donnell White, Parrish McCarthy, Ricky LaMontagne if it gets to it. And just see if that opens up the underneath game for Spellman and Perry Wood to eat up underneath and attack the center of this field. This seems to be what Kiefer Byrne likes to do. I think everything on the defensive line, offensive line is set. Houston Madsen, yes. Vernon Hunt, yes. Sheldon Bates, yeah, we promoted Kent Kendall because of his 3-sack game a couple games ago. So this could be a challenge. We're going to go ahead and get our weekly training in. Let's go. We'll just go with what they have there. We'll get into the game soon, I promise. I also want to apologize for this episode coming a little bit later and for not bringing you a housekeeping episode. I was going to plan one with Perry Wood perhaps stopping by the studio, but my health did not allow it. I'll get more into that at the end of the video. I don't want to get into that right now, but I owe you an explanation as to why this didn't come out as fast. So, speaking of Perry Wood, he gets an upgrade, and I think, let's see. Let's go deep threat for him, see if he can get some speed or something. Catching traffic, catching deep route. Okay, so he gets better route running for the deep routes, which he's not that great at. And that, like I said, that's not his game. Sheldon Bates, the big D tackle, I want to get his pass rushing skills up. He's already decent enough run stopper. I want to get that power moves up, and it went up 2. That's good. That's what I wanted. His power moves is still 78. That's not good enough for him to be as much of an impact up front as I would like him to be in a 4-3. He's still more of a run stuffer, but he did step up. So, let's go ahead and get into the game, shall we? I think we've gone over everything we need to. And we'll talk about the Giants once we get into the game. Let's see what the Giants are going to be wearing. See if they go with red today. Nope, they're going blue and white. Sounds good. Let's go with our blues. It's been a while since we wore. We're going to wear our away black. Fine, let's go with that. Black has been working for us. We'll turn down the music. I'm trying a little bit different setup in my quote-unquote studio. So if everything sounds a little bit different, I'm trying to get a more immersive sound from the game, from the background audio, and my voice. I don't want that echo coming through like I had before. So I'm trying a different setup to see if that eliminates some of this stuff. So hopefully this sounds good. If not, back to the drawing board. You see some of the matchups between Mark Spellman and Sean Trammell. You see 521 yards, 2 touchdowns for him. All right, we travel to New York. And actually, their stadium is in New Jersey. Share the stadium with the Jets. Let's get this game going. We have the 11-3 Orlando Sentinels. That's the record in the league going up against the 6-8 New York Giants. Commentators are not Brandon Gaudin or Charles Davis. It's your very own Bennett. We see Jordan on the back of linebackers, Farmer, back of safety, Ricky Wyrick, Diamond Nicole, number 23, Kershaw, Cleveland, Donnell White, number 87. Here come the home team Giants, looking to get back to even, put another win on the board, and perhaps push for their own playoffs. Their team is really obvious. There's a lot of middle-of-the-pack teams in the wild card hunt. There you see the rookie quarterback, Bennett, leading his troops onto the field. He's had an interesting season there. You can see Mark Spellman talking things over with C.J. Radovich and the offensive lineman. You see this type of season he's having, 165 yards with 12 receptions last week. The week before last had a big game with some touchdowns. There's the head coach of the New York Giants. Devin Schultz. He's 25, 36, and 1 with 1 winning season. And he's tasked with rebuilding this New York Giants team who had a lot of talent, but it's getting older and retiring, and he's trying to replace it best he can. That will be the punter, kicking things off through Flanagan. Tyson Curry, who fields it at about the 4-yard line. He takes off upfield. There's some blocking, but he's met at about the 29-yard line. And that's where Jack Hennessy, Kiefer Bird, and the Orlando Sentinels will set up shop. We'll see the numbers in the season. Most passing yards in the season already for Kiefer Bird, but those touchdowns are way down, and again, the turnover problem is creeping its ugly head in. Kiefer Bird had some great games the past couple weeks, trying to establish himself as the man going forward. And they start off with faking the handoff, and there's a flag on the play, and they dump it off, and Dalton Triplett on the backfield.
Eligible receiver downfield.
Eligible man downfield. That's Sean Beadle's right tackle. So not a good way to start off the opening drive in the visitor stadium. So first and 15 on that missed kick. Interesting matchup today between these two teams. They're the polar opposite on defense. Stepping on the motion, handoff off the right side. Dalton Triplett gets a crease and rushes forward for 9 yards. In the last couple of weeks, but he's been productive putting touchdowns on the board. Let you in on the season he's having. He's got 1,344 rushing yards, which is 300 more than the second place rusher, so by far and away the most rushing yards on the season. And they hand it off up the middle again. That's Miles McCown who gets a couple. Spins around. We see the starting offensive line, Rich Holman, pocket springs, and Beals left to right. You know, White, Tyson Bird, Mark Stone, and Perry. Big play. Tight ends on the field. And they make the handoff. All in by Mark Spellman. 18-yard pickup and first down. Gets the Sentinels past midfield. And that's exactly how they've been trying to attack teams here lately. Stern seems to love to go over the middle. Not so much deep down the sidelines, but we've seen him dial that up a few times. Just a perfect on-the-money pass. Great accuracy by Spellman is second in Offensive Rookie of the Year vote. That 4-game stretch where he missed with injury could have knocked him out of the top one. And then we see Dalton Triplett running off the left side for a nice pickup and first down. Nice to see Dalton Triplett having some early success against this defense of the Giants, which is number 3 in the league, allowing only 1,150 yards on the season. They only have 1 interception, but they are 4th with 36 forced fumbles. And the man we have to watch out for Burns stands at the end. And throws an interception. Picked off. That is this team's second interception. And it is Clayton Manning. So, once again, Burns looks like he was on a roll, and then the dreaded interception is 8th on the season. And he just overthrew, looks like Vanilla White. Manning just made a great adjustment and undercut the route to pick that pass off. And now we'll see Keith Bennett. So 2 KDs going up against each other. Keith Bennett and Kiefer Bird. Having an interesting season as a rookie. His 15 interceptions are second in the league. Second most in the league. There's a handoff up the middle, and instantly stopping him is the big D tackle, Sheldon Bates. That's D. Smith, the staff, and punt return. Like to pretty much evenly distribute the carries between these two running backs. Smith has 198 carries and 750 yards, 4 touchdowns, and Russell has 139 carries, 779 yards, also 4 touchdowns, but 7 between both of them. There's a runoff outside, right side, their left side. Mistake. And LaMarcus Blades, we have seen his name called a few times. They're on the spot. And comes up and hits a deep ball. 50-50 ball, and unable to come up with it is number 17, Trey Alexander, their big playmaker. Has the longest reception, a 76-yard touchdown on the season. Limited catching for him. He's got 47 receptions, 391 yards, but he makes them count with 5 touchdowns. So a quick 3 and out. The punter Flanagan gets it away. Fielded up about the 25 by Kerr, who is met after a return of about 5 yards. He will be tackled down. Let's go! Kerr looking to break one. Hasn't had a long return on a punt for quite some time. Here you see the early on numbers for runner. 1 of 2, 18 yards and an interception. Come on, set! He'll be looking to have more success than that going forward. Here we go again! Entrenched as the starting quarterback going forward, and a short dump off over the middle to Dalton Triplett to pick up about 2 yards. That's it, baby! Molly Posey, Pierman, Monroe, and Carter. Great and Buchanan, you see that on the right, he's number 1. Wilkerson, Wilder, Truman, and Manning. Manning will be a reception. 60 Pittsburgh! The second one for the whole team. Left side, and Dalton Triplett's going to get balled up. I don't think we got much of anything Dalton Triplett again. Triplett has 83 receptions on the season. That's by far his most. They've been trying to get away from him in the passing game, but the more they try that, the more they seem to go to. So if you have wide receivers on this team, you need to start using them. I think Byrne just gets into his safety valve routine a little too much. And that's going to end this drive. Spencer Parsons to punt it away. Back deep will be the punt return. Lee Smith, and he's going to let that one bounce into the end zone for a touchback. Let's go, boys! Bring it! Neither team's offense is able to get anything going early. See the playoff punt. 6 and 8. The Giants would really need some help to get into the playoffs.
Hey, pick it up,
They have to win out and then get some help. Handoff, here comes the rush, he gets it away, and batted away from number 85, Sean Farrell. Receiving tight end. Falls from cover on that one, he gets some trouble now. Slings it out to the left side, but they're in coverage. Ready! The left outside line. Guess who? Number 42, LaMarcus Blades, his 7th interception of the season. He's had 6 coming into the game, and that was good enough to be tied for first place. And that 7th one now gives him sole possession, depending on the game the other player has. Blades is first in the league with 3 blocked kicks. We've seen him make those plays on special teams here. He just goes up for it. 50-50 ball, jump ball with Malik Maxwell, and he comes down with it. Having an Ed Reed-esque season. Amazing. Reed. Blades is 5th in Defensive Player of the Year and 2nd in Defensive Back of the Year voting as a state. And there's a very long delay handoff. Triplett had some time. Tried to put on a spin move, but what to do about it? He's about 4 yards. Play action fake, and back down, and number 92, great play by tackles, 2 tackles, Those are all firsts in the league. First and forced fumbles, first and fumble recoveries. The one block, he's actually tied for second. One safety, I think there's a player that has 3. But first for defensive touchdowns, so just a hammer player on the defense. And there's a little check down right in the backfield. Just triple it off right side. Having his completion percentage. And that is in our hands. To the left side. I think that's Denell White over there. Making the catch for a first down. This Sentinels passing offense has improved with several 300-plus yard games. They're up to 18th in the league, but still dead last for passing touchdowns with only 13. They get things going through the running offense, which is only 1 yard out from first place. In second place, the 1,750 total rushing yards. They hand it off right side to the pocket, and Miles McKell, who powers his way forward. The 8-yard gain. Nice run from Miles McKell, who sees yards and a little bit more as they try to do that triple and rebound. Time off from all those hits. From his heavy workload. His most carries in the league and interceptions. The Marshall first down. And there's a complete pass. Looks like Perry Wood over the middle, and it certainly was. Triple it out of the backfield for a short gain of 2. Go now! 16 rushing touchdowns for the Sentinels. Check 52! Check 52! Middle. Nice return for the first down. 4-yard carry. Let's go! Get excited! Let's go! The Sentinels spreading the workload around between their stable running backs. We talked about the Giants' defense. They're 18th overall, allowing 5,034 yards in the season. 29th in the league with 370 points allowed, so they let up a ton of points. And passing defense is 30th, allowing almost 4,000 yards on the season. And that's how this Sentinels team stands so far. He's tripping up the middle, gets a little bit of wiggle room, and pushes his way forward. 70 Indy! What defense is 30 in the league? Stuck in and if Cuba Burns threw another interception, supposed to be a safety. Marcus Bolt, number 2 middle linebacker, picked it off. Burns felt some pressure and was trying to get it into the end zone. And give credit to the middle linebacker just forcing his way through it. Looks like he intercepted it at about maybe the 1 yard line. Let's get a closer look. He is not in the end zone. I couldn't make the clear progress on that. It was Keith Bennett who has not completed the pass except to one to the defense. Ready. Backed up at his own 2.
Defense wins championship, baby. Check 24.
Although he has 15 interceptions on the season, which is, well, now he has 16, which was good enough for second in the league, he does have a lot of time for her 37 touchdowns. Ready! Hand up real good with head steam by Lee Smith. Powering his way forward, close to the first one. Tackle made by London Bates, the linebacker. And they take the hand off. There's plenty of time, and they completed 181 of the second tight end, Daniel Holt. 6'5", blocking tight end, and get involved in the passing game. You're left wide open. Looks like London Bates was in coverage, couldn't keep up with him. That'll be a first down to move the chains and get them out of the end zone area.
60 outlaw. Watch the pass.
There's a handoff. That's a fumble. Pounced on. Trying to get the number. It's number 93. Berlin up. And that is something we have not seen from this defense in a long time. Last year they were one of the best at forcing fumbles. This year, dead last. Let's see if that one stands, but that looks like a clean fumble to me. I am biased. But they have only forced 4 fumbles, which was worse in the league, and that will be their 5th in the turnover game. Kiefer Byrne with 2 picks. We told you these running backs have struggled to hold onto the ball. Russell has 4 fumbles in the season, and Smith has 3. So inside the red zone already, a gift basket handed to the Sentinels offense. They have to do something here. And there's triple off the right side. It's really getting much. 4 yards. They say 3. Smith not quite on the money, and that's how you get in the road. Made that interception here.
That's right, baby.
17. Looking for Harry Wood. Off the mark. Looks like a safety got in there. I'm trying to find the number. Great on the ball. Good patience. Looks like we're 14-9. Dudley Wilder, the strong safety, who was a very good zone coverage, and that's exactly what he was doing there. Wes McGuire for a chip shot field goal. It is up and good. We'll finally have some points on the board, as this first quarter is about to expire. Neither offense is really able to capitalize on good field position. Wilder to kick it off. Kick return, they split duties with the kick returners. So Patrick Coleman will get him. Danny Johnson. Both wide receivers. Comes to believe your offense. Lee Smith not having a lot of success. 4 carries, 6 yards, 1 fumble. We're talking about the near opposite defenses for these 2 teams. Sentinels has the #1 pass defense in the league. Worst defense in the league. All kinds of times, it slings it out of bounds incomplete. Really struggling against this Sentinels defense. In the lead, as far as running goes. And there is almost another interception by Martin Bryant. Here's another receiver in the vicinity. Big overthrow there. Kevin Bennett. There's another incomplete pass. Keith Bennett. Nobody. It looks like he was going to his running back on the back field, Lee Smith, and just overthrew it. So both quarterbacks, late in the season, it's cold in New Jersey. It probably has some kind of effect on the ball, I'm sure. Trying to pump it away, Flanagan. Hit curve, hammer. Let's go! Down at the 5-yard line. Oh, Tyson. Always a threat to take one to the house, but takes unnecessary punishment. Defense trying to pump up the offense. The defense is really stepping up and doing their job today. Forcing turnovers, stalling out drives. Now it's the offense. There's the delay now. Instantly in the backfield. And they try it again on the left side. Here comes a crack and rolling.
Play it! 70! Ready!
Here's the walk, looking away, and this for a first down as the first quarter comes to an end. So a very shaky start for these two offenses. These defenses came ready to play. Will this be another last-minute cardiac moment for the Sentinels? We've had enough of those games.
Let's go. Watch the twist. Watch the twist.
Quick hit. Didn't fool anybody. Very good.
You got it.
As soon as he catches it. Number one corner. Yeah, it's gonna fool him. He's been around, he's seen a thing or two.
Watch Mike. He can't hang. He's not gonna get me.
Backwards. Let's go. And completes the pass out to the left side. That's number 82. Parrish. Triplett escapes the pursuit from behind, turns upfield and gets about 8 on that carry. He was 7, but the speed and acceleration made that happen. Second and 2. There's a little handoff. Nothing doing. Nice run stuck away. The Giants defense, bodies flying around that ball. That's blocking number 72, breaks through one post at the left end, kind of disrupted the play, and then the linebacker stood with the pursuit. Marcus Burgess saw 52 in there. Parsons punted away. No, it's a fake. Drops back the pass, gets it away, and incomplete. Let's go. Check in to see the roll a few times. In and out of the hands. Taking Tomlinson's pullback. And that full rate. Check in to see dialing things up, trying to be creative. And now the Giants are going to take over with good field position. Obviously trust his defense. But there's a handoff that goes absolutely nowhere.
Here comes the ball.
Number 53. Mr. Angus Avery. Who has a development trait upgrade. And maybe that tackle for the loss will help him get it. Not sure what I didn't read the requirements. I know he's probably at least got to get one tackle for a loss, one sack, something like that. Interception.
Tighten up.
And another handoff. Off the right side, and it's Aaron Kershaw there on the tackle after a short lead. Short take up by Lee Smith out of the backfield, goes pretty much nowhere. Well covered by number 21, Marcus White. There are a lot of standout players on this team. Dalton Triplett is second in Offensive Player of the Year voting and first for Running Back of the Year. Weston Wire is 8th in Kicker of the Year voting. Art Spellman is second in Offensive Rookie of the Year. Chris Bradley, the injured wide receiver, is 8th for Offensive Rookie of the Year. Kevin Clark, Sentinels, 8th Offensive Lineman of the Year. Truckett's starting to get recognized for his fantastic play up the middle of the interior offensive line. Denario Branton is second in the league in tackles with 131. Second in the league with 16 tackles for a loss. 6th in Defensive Player of the Year. 7th in Linebacker of the Year. Clark gets far up in the backfield for a big loss. Buchanan, the superstar earmonger, pass rushing outside linebacker, but showing his skills as a run stopper. London Bates is third in the leading tackles with 125. There's a run up the middle. From Trick picked up about 3. Intercepted again. Number 29. Free safety. Barnes' 3rd interception of the game tonight. How much longer can Shaq Hennessy go with it? You see he's going to Spelman. Spelman a lot taller than this safety. And that's when Spelman has to come away with. He's got to fight for it. It's something he's going to learn as he goes on. He can't just alligator arm everything. He's got to go up and get that, fight for his quarterback. So now the Giants are going to get excellent starting field position. And there's a pitch out to the right side. Got some room. Tries to put on a juke move, but Blanton is there to bring him down. Or Jet Young for a game of clear. Got some room and almost cut up field, but Marquis Wyrick was able to come in from behind and stop him from picking up the first down. Speaking of Wyrick, he is a great defensive rookie now. And it is not. And it is a short pitch to the right side. Houston Matson is first in the defensive rookie of the year for the first in the defensive line of the year. Every call has been so far today. Inside the red zone now, threatening to put their points away. New York Giants. There's another pitch up to the right side. He's got nothing but room and this Eagles defense struggled against the run, and they prove it here. So the first touchdown of the game scored by the Giants. Nobody home. I saw nothing but open field ahead of him, and the safety couldn't recover in enough time. And that's the kicker. Just couldn't handle the extra points. So 7-3 ball game, about halfway through this second quarter, and that costly interception from Keith Hearn. That's what has those rumblings going that he may not be the starting quarterback for this team much longer. Next year will be his final year with the contract. Kerr fields it at the goal line and get it up to about the 25-yard line.
Let's go!
It's been a nightmare for her. Kickoff City. City's had the makings of a prep game. Throwing 3 picks to a team that only had 1 interception coming into the season. And one with the whole team. Triple got some room off the left side, but it closes quickly. This is Marcus Burke in on that tackle. There's a game of 2. There's one defense. And again, it's clamping down. Burke raising the middle. Finally, wants to pass to one of his own teammates. It's Harris McCarthy for a first down. Gets rid of it. That's trickling out of the backfield for a gain of about 7. Great interception. Action fake over the middle deep and hauled in by Ricky LaMontagne, number 8. Going to some of the depth chart weapons here. The Denver players seeing an increased amount of snaps due to the injury from Chris Breton. You make the most of your opportunities. That's a good way to get recognized, make a big catch like that. Turn up field and get as much as you can. Over by Taylor Sullivan, the slot corner. right side, Triple's got some blocking, gets a first down, and breaks the initial tackle.
Here we go, here we go, here we go.
Inside the red zone now. And the Sentinels answer back. Keeper Byrne needs to put one in the end zone.
70, Indy.
And he needs to do it in a hurry. Gets rid of it with the pressure in his face. Short pass hauled in by looks like Tyson Fern. Fern's had an interesting season. He hasn't been putting the ball in the end zone through the air. It's a 73% completion percentage, which is tied for second in the league. Again, he's 3,488 yards per game. He's good for 22nd in the league, even though he missed 2 games with an injury. Only got 11 touchdowns. There's Tyson Fern, or Dalton Triplett, right side, dives into the end zone for a touchdown. And we've been seeing a lot of that in Dalton Triplett these last few games, putting the ball in the end zone. Not getting those huge breakout runs like we've normally seen him do, but able to capitalize and put points on the board, which this team desperately needed. McGuire boots the PAT, and now it's a 3-point lead for the Orlando Sentinels. Nice drive. Let's hear the crowd hushing as the Sentinels change the momentum, and that's exactly what they need to do. Keep the crowd out of it. Don't let them get pumped up. This defense is opportunistic, forcing turnovers. They've forced a lot of fumbles, and now they're getting their interceptions. It looks like it's being handled by Patrick Coleman, the rookie wide receiver, who gets through a bunch of traffic. And just a step away from breaking it free. A 33-yard return from Patrick Coleman. Nice return for the rookie. And here comes another rookie. Bennett. Having a shaky game as well.
Go! 10-2 stop. Let's go.
Big fullback Kerry Kyle checks into the game. 260-pound blocking fullback. And they run right up the middle. And powering his way through for a first down is the power back. So they went strict power right up the middle. And hopefully this defense is something this running defense has had problems with. They've got a lot of speed. The Bates, Blanton, and it struggles to stop the run against these
Ready? 8 reads. Where's 52?
Down here, midfield.
Here we go.
There's a delayed handoff up the middle again, and he's got some room. There's Lee Smith.
Go, Jacob, mark. Break. Right.
Big margin.
60 out ball.
11 on the end. They're going to 4 now. Gets rid of it in a hurry, and that was batted away. It looks like Aaron Kershaw and London Marcus Blades. They look well recovered. That was thrown right in the hands of Kershaw, who has 2 interceptions on the season. But he has a lot of defended passes, just like you saw there. He's got 12 on the season, which is tied for 4th. Punt goes into the end zone. Come on, let's go! The Sentinels can continue the successful last drive. Solid running, decent passing. And we're able to add 7 points to the total. Get this lead back. 3 minutes, almost 4 minutes to go in the half. There's a handoff late in the middle. Triplett tries Looks like Perry Wood on the left side and bullies his way forward. Perry Wood, that's exactly what they're looking to do. Gets it up into the hands of Ricky LaMontagne. Everybody in this offense contributing a bit. So Perry Wood, Ricky LaMontagne, Parrish McCarthy, Donnell White, Mark Spellman. Byrne doing his best to distribute the ball. Of course, Dalton Triplett on the backfield.
Here we go. 15-1. 15-1. Get it.
Right side. Gets a little bit of a crease, but looks like Miles McKell couldn't make a lot out of it. Stop that play. Give a short gain of 3 yards to Miles McKell.
What can we do?
Good little season. He has 5 touchdowns on the season.
Deep river.
And that was batted away. A dangerous pass. Stadium. Spencer Parsons punted away. UC special teams unit has some trouble. That was fielded up the hand and hit immediately. I get to call his number very much. Julius Lamb, who was a
On the ready.
corner, number 3 corner last year, pushed down to special teams. And all kinds of time, after trying to get shoved by William Hunt. His emergency Zion Witherspoon and Mickey veteran Virgil Hyde. By Aaron Kershaw.
60
Just attacked that football, popped it out of the hands of the receiver. And a completed pass to the streaking wide receiver for a first down. Maxwell, number 89. He's got some separation with Kershaw. You don't see that a whole lot. Front of Shaq Hennessy. Shaq's calling you on the phone. Did you see all those interceptions? Did you see him? Yeah, I saw him. Man saw him too. Bennett gets it away. He's found an open receiver. Trey Alexander. Receivers. Very good catching along with the receivers and Shane Toronto.
Push him back.
So Bennett does have some weapons. He's using them over there. Gets a little bit quickly up to the left side. Near the sideline. Trey Alexander again. Tackle made by Elwood. Just can't get there fast enough. Leading receiver. Just over 100 yards in the season with 7 touchdowns. Here comes the rush, and it's number 91, Kent Kendall, with the first sack of the game. He had that big 3-sack game a couple weeks ago. And this offensive line has really been doing a great job protecting their quarterback. If there's a weak spot, it's that left tackle. Now it's up the middle by Lee Smith, putting on some moves. Getting good yards on the carry. Struggles. He's allowed 10 sacks this season. And that's how this first half of football will end. Some sloppy play from both offenses. 147 passing yards, 82 rushing yards. 62 apiece in the passing and running from the Giants. Let's look at the action around the league, and we go up to Toronto, and the Huskies have a 4-point lead at halftime. Dion Averill with a touchdown. We know his name. He's a good running back. And in London, the Washington football team is down by 2 touchdowns to the London Black Knights. Boggs, Ellerby, and Walls all with touchdowns. Seth Rogers and Smith with touchdowns. You remember Rogers, he's a very talented quarterback. And in Columbus, Ohio, the Bisons are beating the Explorers, both teams 500. Houston Schneider having a rough start. The rookie Costin also not getting much done on the ground. Not having problems on the ground today is Lee Smith, who ran that one in for a touchdown. We've seen Russell also power through for a couple of first downs. The turnover machine, Eberron, now has 11 touchdowns and 10 interceptions in the season. That's not a great ratio if you're struggling to keep your job. Kickoff fielded by Holman. And he'll work through the initial contact. Let's see what kind of adjustments these two teams make in the second half of football. A field goal separates these two teams. That's it. So these Giants don't think they're 6-8. They're not struggling to get to the playoffs with anything. They gotta win. That's all they care about. Bennett sends a man in motion across the formation. There's a handoff up the middle, and Smith weaves his way through the traffic. Nearly enough for a first down. There's 9 yards on that play. This Orlando Sentinels Lee Smith for a first down as they started to really get something going, this offensive line. Getting their blocking assignments done against this Orlando Sentinels defensive line. And they've switched to a 4-3 in order to try to get more beef on the field to stop this running game. And it doesn't seem to be working. I think with 353-pound D-tackle and Sheldon Bates, they take Burn punt, Houston Manson, they'd be able to get after it. So far, it's not clicking. There's a play action fake deep over the middle. It's nearly picked up. I think at the time he was better than the 3 who got his hands on it. Almost came away with an interception. There's a handoff and breaks away from the tackle initially, but Martin White there to clean up. Moving forward during mid-speed. That's a deal wide open. Number 17, Trey Alexander. We've been calling his name a lot. Stops him finding a hole in this defense and exploiting it. Perfectly placed between all the defenders. Found the soft spot in the zone. Three defenders in the neighborhood.
Go now! 15-1.
We're going power formation with the Kerry Kyle fullback. But Smith has got the field to hit, and the blocking sets up. He's streaking down the field. One man to beat, and couldn't get away from running minutes. Tried to back, but ended up scooting out of bounds, and that was a huge run for Lee Smith. Excellent blocking. Fullback went out, got a lead block. Looks like some blocking down the field from the wide receiver. Nick Gilbert was also able to catch him before he could get into the end zone, and now they're inside the red zone for the score. There's a handoff to number 22. Didn't get much on that. Houston Madsen finally shows up on the snap sheet with a tackle. In and out of the hands of number 85.
Keep straight.
It's caught by Lee Smith, but not enough for a first down.
Easy work. It's easy work. Comes again.
Tackle made by Denario Blanton. go for it here? I think they just tie it. This is way too early to start gambling. Although if you're Shaq Hennessy, you do a fake punt. And Spencer Parsons tries to throw a pass to your fullback who doesn't usually see the ball. And the kicker is on. Kick this one up. Once again, we've got a fourth one. A game that on paper looked like it might be a mismatch when you got an 11-3 team against 6-8. But I said this could be a trap. Giants defense really stepping up to the plate. Kick fielded up the run by Kerr, who brings it up to the 25-yard line. Just had a kick return touchdown this season. Usually right there. How will this Sentinels offense respond? You see warm breath in the cold air, and maybe that has some effect on football, but football's played in all kinds of weather. You can't blame it on the cold. There's a handoff up the middle. Sweeps through the traffic. It's a good gain of 7 with 3 Take it as on snap. It looks like Harris McCarthy, 82 on the first down. A little catch using his quickness to get open. He's a small wide receiver. He's only about 5'9", 5'10". Get it! Sneaky fast. Take the handoff off left side. And now as Raquel Powers has made it. Ready? 30 forward. Exactly what he was supposed to do when he comes back. He's not going to find much. So 11 carries for just under 80 yards. Right there. In and out the hands of Mark Spellman. Winning coverage was Seymour every year. Still, another good. Hard to mistake his one. You see a linebacker wearing number 1, which they are allowed to do now. And another catch that Mark Spellman, that wasn't a great pass, but it was catchable. And you just got to fight for those at this level. Spellman will learn. You can't get away with his physical attributes and rely on those so big. That's something that Coach Shaq Hennessy touched on in the interview. Yeah, he was used to being able to get away with that 6'6", his speed. The NFL, everybody is the best player on the team. Ready? In college. That punt went out of bounds at the 24. Ready? Reid moves it up to the right side and a perfectly executed play. Pass called in by Maurice Maxwell. For our first down. Shaq Hennessy shakes his head. He does not like what he's seen. Wide receivers getting wide open. Keeper arms struggling with the football. Running game getting clamped down on. It's not great execution. This kind of breakdown we've seen before. This team struggles on the road at times. Breaking his walk and getting the tackle. Runner in the backfield for the Rockets.
That's it. Big hit.
He made a huge hit on the running back earlier in the game, forcing the fumble and he got caught. One of the first fumbles we've seen in a long time from this team.
Got it.
Both of these running backs are prone to putting the ball on the ground.
I hope you brought your left because I'm about to take you to school.
2nd and 11.
They go.
To the left. Over the middle. Brought in by number 14. Young Copper. 6'2" position coach. He shows you why right there. 3rd and 3. Takes the handoff. All kinds of time. And looking catch by Alan Farmer. The short snap for the defense. From the early 90s there. Sean Farmer, the 6'3", Harvard School tight end. Just outrun Blanton. Bennett. He put it where nobody else could get it. Blanton, he's a good coverage linebacker.
60 outlaw.
He put it on that top shelf.
Stop here, D.
Sentinels territory. Here comes Houston Madsen on the rush. A good block. And the pass goes incomplete, but give credit to the left tackle. Touching the earlier. 10 seconds. Put it left and run there, but into the side. Only block. And bought Bennett time. And then another deep pass, and this one's overthrown. LaMarcus Blades was a coach's hands right.
Single, slide. Hey.
And working some air through.
Watch it out.
Checks it down underneath. Number 22, Lyle Russell, who can't get the first down, so this drive will stay up. At the 29-yard line, this will be about almost a 40-yard field goal attempt for Dustin Kendall, who has enough leg, but the accuracy might be in question. The 22 tackled by the other 22, Zaire Witherspoon. They will try this field goal attempt. Here comes the block. It's Virgil Hyde. And it's recovered by number 81. Danny Blade, a number 2 tight end. And it was LaMarcus Blades, but the veteran all-time Columbus Explorers in last year, they fought. Age 34. Maybe he was best years behind him, didn't have anything left in the tank, but he's showing in limited playing time how he can still contribute. And it's a good pickup. Great player, great price. Has really helped solidify his secondary. Takes the handoff deep over the middle and hauled in. That was a Perry Wood.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
Nice reception for a first down. Some change up in the offensive lineup. Perry Wood moving out to the number 2 slot and in the slot. Now White is taking the number 1 position. He's not a true wide receiver yet. Maybe he could have moved into that. And that handoff goes nowhere. Number 31. Storm safety was not pulled at all. Aim hard on the Woods on the right side. Left side. I keep going from the defensive perspective and not the offense. Not having a lot of success today. He did put one in the end zone earlier. The only touchdown so far in the game for the Sentinels. And they're going to go back to the ground game again. He gets caught after a very short game.
Ready! 91!
Cover people for everybody, no matter how talented regard this year. They lead this team in tackles and tackles for losses. Takes the handoff. Again, all kinds of time. There's a penalty now.
Ineligible receiver downfield. Offense.
That's Anthony Pryor on the left tackle.
Let's go,
Tennessee.
Still first down.
He's not very pleased with his team's performance today. I can understand why. The defense has at times looked great and at times looked shaky. The offense has been a very mixed bag today. Pass and overthrows his wide receiver over the middle and goes to the pass. I think they'd like to get the ball closer to the 30-yard line. And there you go. Caught and then escapes the tackle from Wilder. And that would be just short of a first down. In and out of the hands. Looks like they had a short first down.
That's it, baby.
That definitely puts them within a chip shot combo. Justin Kendall. They got mixed up. They do have another kicker, Riley Farmer. I don't think he's going to come in when Kendall's out there. Number 89 had it. Malik Maxwell. And Aaron Kershaw, we saw him do it earlier, just using that, putting his helmet on the ball and popping it loose. And that could have been, this could be a game saver here late in the third quarter. They're set up for a field goal attempt. It is up. And it is good. Maybe a 13-10 lead late in the third quarter. And it looks like we're going to have another one that comes down to the last minute because the Sentinels offense has not looked like a well-oiled machine today. Kicking off is the punter Code and Flanagan. Fields it at about the goal line. Sets up his blocking, gets it out to about the 29. First key for Brown. No touchdowns, 3 interceptions. Popped up the call.
Ready? 70, Indy.
Recovered the is running back out of the backfield quickly for a gain of about
30 days.
Just a field goal play. Center things back down.
Shoot!
Left side taking escapes from the initial tackle. The second one. There to stop before a pass. Boy, this crowd is against this New York Giants run defense, which is usually not very good. They check that.
Pass too far.
Pass defense.
Get it.
Harris McCarthy trying to hold on for what could have been the first down pass. And those are the kind of plays that coaches are going to look at and say, hey, can you help this team? And that is a big-time catch. Both hands on it, and couldn't hold on to the contact of Leonard Wilkerson, but that is a catch you gotta make, young man, if you want to stay on a team at this level. He's not the only one that's done it, though. We've seen Spellman drop a couple too. Here's Parsons to punt it away, and this one gets off to a deep booming punt. Fielded at about the 20. First man open from down the line. No yards on that return for Lee Smith. Drive stalled out. Able to take the lead though on the field goal by kicker Reid. See if they can extend it here.
There we go. Keep ripping.
And a run up the middle, breaks the tackle. Marcus Blade, Lincoln, brings Smith down. He's over 100 yards in the game. Ran one in for excellent blocking down there, and then Smith just shucks the defender. side. Offside again, gets stopped from the backfield.
Go now, 50, plant.
That strong safety Nate Youngwall. Escapes the sack. Houston Madsen has to throw away to avoid the pressure. That's how the third quarter is going to end. One more quarter to go as the Sentinels trailing by 3 points. Will that long winning streak of 7 games come to an end today in New York? Trying to win the punt it away, turn to field it. He's going to let it go. It's out of bounds at 7. Nice. Something that Parsons is usually very good at. Now the Sentinels offense responds.
On the ready. 52. We got trips over here. Trips over here. Let's overload. Overload. Go.
Makes a man miss, and almost enough for a first down. Hits the pass out of the backfield, and breaks through the tackle, streaking downfield. Bennett White.
Go, faster. Good work, boys. Let's go. Let's go.
Trickery going on. As soon as he caught that pass, and once he got the defender there, number 41, then he turned on the Jets right there to get by Clayton Manning. So that was a big gainer there that absolutely needed for this offense. I've seen them try that play a number of times this season with various levels of success, but I think that was the best one so far this season. Deep into the right, Spelling with a catch. And brought down at the 34 in Giants territory.
Here we go.
Going back to the well to his playmaker tight end, who's stepped up big these last couple of weeks with 150 yards or more the last couple of games. But held in check to do a couple of drops so far. He comes up big here. We got a 6'6" man streaking downfield like that wide open. Get him the football.
Ready? 90 Wolf. You don't want none, baby. You don't want none. Hey, you don't want to see me. Spot.
Into the air again. There's all kinds of time. Gets good finally. Wide open all alone. Ricky Lamontagne turns up field. Tackled down at the 7-yard line. Called his name several times today. 3 catches, 62 yards, and no negative in action. It's nice to know that the Sentinels have this kind of depth, because we would be seeing Chris Bradley on a lot of these plays that are going to Parrish McCarthy and Ricky LaMontagne.
Let's go, HE Gators. Watch one.
Shotgun formation. Tyson Kirk came back, and he held up the middle, and stopped at the 1-yard line. Tyson Kirk with a burst of speed at the middle. Punch it in. And they pitch it out to the right. He's got nothing but room. Touchdown Sentinels. Niles McKell, the quarterback, his 6th of the season. And boy, did they need that. They lined up like they were going to go up the middle and just pitched it out. And there was nobody. He could have had ran all day on that. We saw him take one for about 70 yards earlier this season, and then Dalton Tripp ran one in for about 70 in the same game. And here comes Wes McGuire to the PAT. And I don't assume anything. We've seen all kinds of stuff happen this year. That will put a full lead on the board for the Sentinels early in the fourth quarter, 17-13 now. Henry's defense. Get another good turnover. London Bates, the breakout rookie linebacker last year, having a bit of a sophomore slump. I say that. He's got 125 tackles. That kickoff is down in the end zone for a touchdown. He's second on the team to Denario Blanton, 125 tackles, which is third in the league. Blanton's got 131, so he's only 6 behind Blanton. And they started off in a 3-4 alignment, so both were playing middle linebacker at one time. Now, Blanton moves up to the outside linebacker. And here comes the pressure up the middle. Kentley gets away from it, and here comes Madsen. Fumbles the ball, recovered by Vernon Hunt. All kinds of stuff happens on that play. Kendall got the initial pressure. He got away from that. Madsen came in, hit him from behind, brought him down, dropped the ball. Vernon Hunt picked it up. And that is exactly what this defense needed to do. I think that is a fumble, but they might review this just to make sure. And it is a turnover. So a drought of fumbles is coming to an end. They got 2 this game so far. Great field position, and they hit the receiver on a slant route. That is Eric McCarthy for a touchdown. Kiefer Burns' first passing touchdown of the game. Caught him sleeping. And that made up for the earlier first down drop. He didn't allow that one to fall to the turf. Here comes Wes McGuire for a PAT. It's up. It's good, and that quick. It's an 11-point lead after the fumble sack from a host of players. Kent Kendall, Houston Madsen, and Vernon Hunt, all very young players, 2 of them rookies. Hunt's in his second year. And the stunned silence falls over this Giants crowd. McGuire to pick it up. Coleman going to down it in the end zone for a touchdown.
Come on, let's go!
Vernon Hunt was in on that play. 2 fumble recoveries today. Forced 1 of them. He's going to be feeling good about himself today. Defense really stepping up for this team. Keith Bennett drops back pass and hits Trammell, the tight end. That's going to lose a yard or two. Nate Youngblood, the strong safety, was all over. Myrick was also there. It was Sleeve and Myrick. He missed 4 games this season due to an elbow injury. At the same time, the same game Mark Spellman. They're glad to have him on television. Rookie cornerback. There's a check down to East Field on the back. And they're just going to gain about 4. 3rd and 6. No rush. Really hit. Holds on to it. Give him credit. He needed to make that catch for his quarterback. He sure did. Element to Mark Spillman's game needs to develop. That closing snap at first. Shot out of the hand.
Here we go!
Just enough for a first down. The drive continues.
Hey, come on now! Let's go!
In the middle, first down. Leaping catch. Catch up right. He's going to get hit. up and got it, tucked it away. Zaire Witherspoon really going to tackle it.
Ready, break.
Why not? He's got 2 fumbles on the game.
Go.
Middle, and hit Kendall, knocked him up. Help from the tackle. Getting the ball out of his hands quickly seems to be the way to attack this defense so that the offense can't get it. Make no but there for the tackle, not before they pick up a first down and get into Sentinels territory.
And up 50, plant. Five.
Pass again, this is man, number 89, who shoots and jives for a gain of 3, and Malik Maxwell. Passing attempts. Bennett today is about 2% completion. Tried to put on a move, but made the initial miss, but there were 2 other tacklers there. Might have gotten away with that face match.
Ready. 10 logo.
Double tight, guys, double tight.
Four down. Snap.
The middle of the center, and the whole one keep coming back from the area. Actually, that's this number 2 costume. Here comes a rush. It's Artavius Bader. Coming through on block. That might be his first tackle of his career. And he's already got a tackle for a loss and now a sack. That should probably do it. Couldn't have come at a better time.
Ready.
58 Mike.
Not by the fake, it just came after the quarterback.
Big grip.
There's a handoff. Miller shoots his way through the traffic and picks up a few. 120 yards and a touchdown on 20 carries. Very productive day.
Come.
I'm going to get you all.
Separation from number 41, Clinton Manning. Saw him get exposed on that jet sweep. Pass out of the backfield. Set him up. Fake route turn on the Jets. Got a field for about a 30-yard gain on that play. There's a handoff. It's tucked in the backfield. Number 55, ball over. Going nowhere was Dalton Triple. Soon run the ball in left. They're practically taking it. Sack. And who else but Martinez Buchanan? C.J. Radovich, the left tackle, unable to hold the block, and Pete Byrne, completely unaware of it, rolled out right into it. Our spelling fed much to help Byrne's 3rd and 18 on the crucial drive here. Intercepted! Leonard Wilkerson picks up the pass, steps in front of the receiver. Keeper Byrne is trying to go downfield. Ill-advised. Let's take a closer look at this one. Who's he trying to go to? Looks like Harris McCarthy, and he overthrew it. They undercut the route, did Leonard Wilkerson. This is a great defense. Now Keith Bennett's going to get a chance to get tight in this ball game. You see he started off rusty, but the second half he stepped up. Just under 5 minutes to go. Near the 50. Here comes the pass rush. Gets away from it and in and out of the hands of Lee Smith. Pass rush. He's got time deep downfield. He's going up top. Out of bounds. Coverage there by Marcus Blades. I don't know if he would have caught it if it would have been in bounds anyway. So 3rd down and 10. Spreads the field. Drops back to coverage. Last time. Here comes Phil Kendall. Kendall with a sack. His 2nd of the game. And what a time to get it. His 5th on the season and 2nd in this game. So when he gets them, they come in bunches. We got 3 in one game, got shut out the next, and now 2 in this game. And couldn't have come at a better time. Is this 4-down territory? I honestly couldn't tell you. They're going to punt it away with just over 4 minutes to go. And rely on this defense. And Keeper Byrne, that punt drops at the 5, rolls down to the 3. Oh my. Let's go! Trying again, channeling his inner Spencer Parsons from last season. That is about as perfect as a punt as you could get off in this situation. So now the pressure is really on Sentinels. And you can see Keeper Byrne, 1 touchdown, 4 interceptions. He has 300 yards on the game, but he's turning the ball over. And if you get this kind of situation, there's the fake handoff. Here comes the rush. He gets sacked for a safety. Oh my goodness. What a mistake. Number 72. In on the sack. And Niles McKell did not throw a chip block. I don't think it would have mattered. What a huge mistake. Why aren't you handing it off to McKell there? Questionable play call. And now they have to punt the ball away. So not only does this bring the ball game within 1 point, field goal wins it, they also have to give possession away on the safety. Let's go! This defense is going to have to make a huge play here. A field goal wins it. What a crazy game.
Set! 10-2 stop!
We're going to go spread formation. Empty back.
Deep river! Deep river!
He's got time. Deep over the middle. Incomplete.
Go! 8-3!
Single back. Set now. Back pass. and he's streaking down the field. That's London Bates, the middle linebacker. One man to beat. Touchdown! Pick 6. London Bates. We've seen him make huge plays for this defense in his rookie season. Has been a quiet year this year for him as far as plays go. That's his second interception of the season. And what a huge mistake for this young rookie quarterback. Completely overthrew the receiver. There was nobody there except for London Bates. And I think I've aged 2 years in this football game. Here comes Wes McGuire. And it ain't over yet. PAT is up and good. It will take a touchdown and a 2-point conversion to tie it. 31-23. With just over 3 minutes to go. And we've seen points can come in a flash. Getting the attaboys on the bench. When the defense scores points. Nothing better. And that kickoff goes in the end zone. Coleman will be
Get ready!
We'll have to call the MetLife Stadium turnover city. There's been tons of them today. 4 interceptions.
All day, just like that. Just like that.
I think there's been about 8 turnovers this game. All kinds of time to throw it. Finds an open man. Holds on through contact. Throws down for a little further. And the 8-yard weak back. Hit him and bounced off the tackle, didn't wrap up, and then another man went for a home run hit. See who that was. Marky Wyron.
18 Gator.
Finally, I think Nate England got him out of bounds. So near midfield now, after that completed pass. Here comes the rush. States it. Here comes picked up by Ryan Russell, the running back. Making a huge impact. That would have been his 3rd sack had the ball not come loose. He's wreaking all kinds of havoc. That center is having trouble covering Piper, one of the best in the business. Struggling against the moves of Kent Kendall. And here comes the screen pass, set up and batted away. Number 57. Ready! Sentinels. There's Jason Reid at the right outside linebacker. Empty backfield all kinds of time. Here comes Houston Madsen. And that may have forced an errant pass. 4th and 15. Nearing the 2-minute warning. Do they go for it there? Ball in timeout. Still a 2-minute warning. They could hope to force a quick 3-and-out. I think that's probably the safer bet to go, rather than trying to go 15 yards on one play. Ready up. But they're going to go for it. Single back, shotgun. They need 15 yards. That time, here comes pressure up the middle, deep downfield, and overthrown the receiver. Let's go! Coverage of Trey Alexander. Too far. As you see, Devin Schultz going into the probably ball game right there. He had to step on his man. He got passed on it. He beat Witherspoon. And had that pass been more on the money, we could be talking about a tie ball game. Steve Byrne, you got to think we're going to have a steady dose of Dalton Triplett right now.
Ready? 10 logo.
And we got jumbo package on field, so. And Daly makes a man miss. That'll bring it to 2-minute warning. Triplett. 11 check on the ground game and through the air. 6'6", Leonard Wilkerson, who's giving up about a foot of height. That's a nice time to make a great catch like that, but you got to question the play.
Tight ends on the loosey. Tight ends on the loosey. Tight ends on the loosey. Hey, you got 3 hands.
Pass again. In the end zone, wide open. That's his first touchdown of his career. We'll extend the lead. And nobody in the area code. Here comes Wes McGuire for the PAT, and there's just under 2 minutes. The Giants have all of their guys. The kick is good. It's 15-point lead now for the Sentinels. And this game was a lot closer than what this score looks like. Required to kick it off. Holman fields it just inside the goal line. And they stopped at the 23. Number 56 for defense. Special teams. Sean Stewart. I've seen him start, go to the bench, start, go to the bench.
Ready? AQ game.
He's not an exact fit for this team, but he is a talented savvy veteran. Bennett is going to help catch the pass. Moves around the pocket, tries it deep, and is that a pass interference call? Yes, it is. And that was not a catchable pass. Why are you doing that? Nate Youngblood with a huge mistake.
Go set. 60 yards. 58, come on. 58, come on.
And guess who? Kent Kendall, his 4th sack of the game. Ready? Off the middle, Kent Kendall is going to come back now. Check it down out of the backfield, the number 82. Zaire Witherspoon.
Go.
Pick me. Damian Watson, and there is a catch over the middle. Oh, in and out of the hands. By Damian Watson. Definitely 4-down territory here. And Aaron Kershaw in on that coverage. He's a feisty player. Only 5'9", but plays like he's 6'3". He will fight you for every ball. Here comes pass rusher. Field in. Held in check and a touchdown. Number 86, Patrick Coleman. The special teams ace. No, you got to be kidding me. You gotta be kidding me. This game just crashed. Nope, thank goodness. Wow, we just beat everybody deep. He does have speed. He is a special teams kick return punt return. He just went. Just open. He's gonna bring this game a lot closer. Touchdown and then go for a 2-point conversion, and anything's possible in this game. Check this, and that's what the world's going on with the defense. Inside kick. House on.
Let's go,
McCarthy
let's
the onside kick. And we're probably going to see some victory formation here, though the Giants do have 3 timeouts. So they have to run a play. 331 yards, 2 touchdowns, 4 interceptions.
Down. 70, Indy.
There's a shot down here. I can't think they can triple up the middle. Nice and power move going forward. We'll say about 86.
Come on, set. 30 base.
They won't. High formation. What do I know?
Watch the backfield. And out.
They can't throw. Two offensive linemen. Offensive linemen with reporting eligible. Jordan Hicks, we've seen him come in jumbo packages at goal line. He did catch a touchdown all over this year. He comes in as an extra blocking tight end and caught the offense sleeping, or the defense sleeping.
Go.
Hey, Juice! The big man was rumbling downfield.
Now.
Another kneel down.
Go now. 8 deep.
A wild one here in New Jersey. Say New York. The stadium is in New Jersey. What a wild game. This was a lot closer than it looked. Turnover City. There's one from LaMarcus Blades, his 7th interception. Kent Kendall, 4 sacks on the game, and he was just terrorizing this interior offensive line. 8 turnovers total. And my goodness. There's going to be some questions here for this Sentinels offense. Had the game not been as close as it was, maybe Keeper Byrne would have been taken out. We would have seen Kerry Kaplan take over, but credit where it's due. This team found a way to win. Let's take a look at the totals. You hear me laughing because they're going to be ugly. So, Keeper Byrne, 30 for 40, 356 yards, high completion percentage, 2 touchdowns, 4 interceptions. Keith Bennett, give him credit. He tried. 29 of 55, 320 yards, about a 50% completion percentage, 2 touchdowns, but 2 interceptions, and then we saw the fake punt. Spencer Parsons tried to complete a pass to the fullback, and it didn't work. On the ground, Triplett held in check again, under 4 yards a carry, 26 carries, 83 yards. Did get a touchdown, did not cough up a fumble. Lee Smith had a great game, 20 rushes, 120 yards, 1 touchdown, did have that costly fumble. Niles McKell punched one in his limited carries, 5 for 18, 1 touchdown. Lyle Russell, 4 for 17. Tyson Kerr chipped in a couple of carries, and Keeper Byrne on the kneel downs. On the receiving end, let's just go with the Giants. It was the Sean Trammell show, 9 catches, 100 yards, and a touchdown. Malik Maxwell made a couple of great catches, 4 for 55. Trey Alexander, 4 for 48. Lee Smith, the power back, 3 for 6. Glenn Crocker held in check by Aaron Kershaw, 3 for 33. He is their leading receiver. Danny Blaylock, the backup tight end, had a nice catch at the end of the game, 2 for 21. Lyle Russell, 2 for 21. Daniel Lawson, 1 for 5. Patrick Coleman, that end of the game, streaking touchdown. For the Sentinels, it was Dalton Triplett. Now has 87 catches, but only 29 yards on those 7 receptions. Parrish McCarthy chipped in big today, 5 catches, 52 yards, and a touchdown. Perry Wood, 5 for 43. Ricky LaMontagne also stepped up, 4 for 66 and a touchdown. Mark Spellman, 4 catches for 81 yards, but saw him have a couple of drops and uncontested passes that he's going to have to go after going forward. Donnell White, 3 for 56. John Hicks, the left tackle, 1 for 25 yards. Rather amusing anecdote to this game. Tyson Kerr also 1 catch for 4 yards. In the blocking, he had a sack given up by Spillman, Jeremiah Spriggs, and C.J. Radovich early on that play-action pass rollout, which was terrible. For the Giants, though, Parker Blackburn allowed 3 sacks. He is a Pro Bowl bound number 2 voted offensive lineman of the year, and he got wrecked by Kent Kendall, who wasn't even starting at the beginning of this year. Sean Potter, the right guard, let up a sack, and Anthony Pryor has now let up 12 sacks from the season. So the left side of the offensive line, definitely a problem here. For the defense, there were a lot of tackles. Braden Grant, the leading tackler for their team, now has 121 tackles, had 1 for a loss. Marcus Birch called his name a lot, 12 tackles, 2 for a loss, and an interception. Dwayne Truman, the talented superstar free safety, 10 tackles, 2 for a loss, and an interception. Dudley Wilder, the widely veteran strong safety, 10 tackles. Arcadius Buchanan, 9 tackles, 2 for a loss, and a sack. Leonard Wilkerson, 7 tackles, 1 for a loss, 1 interception. The defensive tackle, Antonio Pierman, had 6 tackles. Taylor Sullivan from the slot, 6 tackles, 1 for a loss. Kevin Carter, the game. If anybody was going to wreck this game, I thought it would be this man. We went over his number earlier. He had 6 tackles, but this man is a nightmare. 44 tackles. He now has 50. 2 tackles for a loss, 7.5 sacks, 7 forced fumbles, 6 fumble recoveries, 1 field goal block, 1 safety, and 3 defensive touchdowns on those fumble recoveries. But he didn't do that today. Phil Huffman, 4 tackles, but did have a forced fumble, or pass to Bennett, and forced fumble. Yes, he did. Oh, that's what that said. Clayton Manning, 4 tackles, and the number 4 interception on the game for Keeper Byrne. Alex Farmer, 3 tackles, 1 for a loss. Posey, 2 tackles, that safety sack on Keeper Byrne that really put this game in jeopardy. Joel Weber, 2 tackles. Charles, 2 tackles. Goodman, Clemens, Jordan, and Horn all with 1. The kicking unit, Dustin Kendall, 2 for 3. That block by Virgil Hyde. 2 extra points. Up and good. Let's go over punting. Flanagan, 6 kicks. Had 2 really good ones at the end of the game. Those coffin corner punts that one of them led to a safety. Kick return game, Holman, 4 for 100. Punt return, Lee Smith, 2 for 1. Let's go over the defense for Sentinels. As I mess things up here. Alright, tackles. London Bates, 12, and 1 for a loss. That interception pick 6 was a big play. Denario Blanton also chipped in 12 tackles. 2 passes defended by London Bates. Nate Youngblood, the strong safety, 11 tackles, 2 for a loss. Marquis Wyrick, 8 tackles, 1 for a loss. Kent Kendall, 6 tackles, 4 sacks, a forced fumble. Lamarcus Blades, 5 tackles, 1 for a loss, another interception. Aaron Kershaw, 4 tackles, but was in on a lot of pass breakups. That's 3 more for him. Vernon Hunt, 4 tackles, 1 for a loss, also caused that 1 fumble and recovered 2 of them today. Zaire Witherspoon, 4 tackles. Silas Hatcher, the backup pass rusher, 2 tackles, 1 for a loss. Houston Madsen, silent game for him for the most part, but did have that 1 sack, almost had a couple more. I think some of the pressure that he caused also interfered with some of the passes and did also force a fumble. Julius Lamel, special teams, 2 tackles. Octavius Baber only had 2 tackles, but he made them count. 1 was for a loss, 1 was for a sack. So if you're only going to make 2 tackles, make them impact tackles. And that's exactly what he did. He also broke up 2 passes, so I think that depth trait might be his. Saw Sean Stewart, Orlando Bulware, Virgil Hyde with the block. Also had 1 tackle. McKnight, Stringer, Tomlinson, Posey, Spellman, Kerr, and Bates. All the tackles. Bates, 1 for a loss. On the kicking game, Wes McGuire didn't have many opportunities for a field goal, but was perfect on the one he had from 34 yards out. Made 5 extra points today. Spencer Parsons is having some difficulty punting, and I'm not sure if he's got an injury or if it's the long snapper having trouble. With 5 punts, 195 yards. Saw him shank a couple today. Only 1 inside the 20. Kick returns, Tyson Kerr, 5 for 123, and Parrish McCarthy jumped on that onside kick. The punt return game, Tyson Kerr, we know he's not going to fair catch anything hardly ever, so to his own detriment most of the time. 2 for 5 yards. An ugly game, lots of yards, high completion percentage, but the turnovers are a problem, and they continue to be. I'm going to hurry up and finish this game and save it. I thought we almost crashed it there for a minute. I want to get this saved before something happens. What a crazy game. See the experience gained for Shaq Hennessy. Lots and lots of development upgrades. And we haven't even trained yet. Alright. Let's see if he did it. View the message for the breakout player. I won't speak for anyone else on the team, but I'm pretty happy with my performance this week. You know how elite players always say the game started to slow down for me? Yeah, I finally understand what that means. Well, he did it. He's now a star dev. Maybe I don't have to go looking for a left outside linebacker. Maybe I have him already. 5,000 experience for him. Good job. I'm going to save it real quick. Alright. This team really knows how to make things interesting, don't they? This Conquistadors game coming up at the end of the season is really going to be something. Well, I want to thank you all again for joining me. I'm sorry that this did not come out when I planned it to. It's about a week later. I did say I have some health issues that were going on. I don't want to get too much into it, but let's just say I was feeling kind of nasty. It's a little bit of a frustrating thing when you have an undiagnosed illness, and I'm trying to track it down. I don't want to alarm anyone, but basically you might hear it in my voice a little bit. It kind of shakes at times. Well, so do I. I have these tremors that are developing, that sitting still, I rock back and forth a little bit. Sometimes it gets a little worse than others. And when I rock back and forth like that, it kind of gives me motion sickness and makes me feel pretty sick to my stomach. And it hurts to think. It really does. So I can't concentrate on anything. I don't know what it is, so I'm not going to worry about what it could be. I've had one test done so far to eliminate the most obvious thing. So that turned out good news. So what they were looking for there, it was not. I go for more testing later on this year to see what the cause might be. There are lots of things that can cause this, and like I said, there's no point in dreading over what it may or may not be. I'll take the news as it comes. That's not the only thing I got going on, but that was the one that kind of knocked me out of action for a while, and it just comes and goes. Most of the time I'm fine, but there's going to be like a week or so, every once in a while, maybe twice a month, where I just get knocked out for a couple of days, and I just have to kind of pause, take a break, and just wait for it to pass. And finally it did, and I'm feeling much better now. But I'm going to go ahead and call this quits. I want to thank everybody for tuning in. Again, sorry this didn't come out. I know this season is taking a long time to get through. It's our best one yet. It's looking real good for this team, even though the shaky quarterback play and this questionable defense sometimes. But we're definitely going to the playoffs. We're going to have a first-round bye, it looks like. Perhaps home field advantage all the way through. And I'd love it if this season ends with a Super Bowl victory. And if it does, then I might look for ways to expedite the season so that I can get more done in a shorter period of time. If you've seen MrHurricane's series that he does with his long-term franchises, I'm going to be using that probably as a model where maybe we only play one game for a 4-game stretch, and we half watch it and half normal sim, as opposed to slow simming every game. So one game does not take up almost an hour and a half or more. And then you super sim, you just simulate the other 3 games of that week. So you divide it up in quarters, and you pick up, like, usually first game of the season, unless there's like a key rival matchup or something like that in that first 4-game period. And then you just pick out your key matchups during the week, what might be the most interesting matchup, and you get into that game, watch that one, watch the first couple opening drives for the offenses and defenses, then super sim it through late in the game, third quarter, fourth quarter, if it's tied or a close game, or just the end of the game to look at the last couple of drives, and that should really get things going. And I want to see how that turns out. What difference is it going to make in the stats? That's what I'm really worried about. This was an experiment to see what kind of stats you would get on a long-term, fully watched sim. And believe me, this was a long journey. I'll get into that some other time. But trying to find the right sliders, the right setup, the right mods, everything to try to get this to work right. I thought I had something set up working fine, and then I'd just have this haywire game where everything would just go absolutely berserk. And this was kind of a game like that. I mean, 8 turnovers. I mean, I haven't seen a game like that in quite some time. That was crazy. But I'm glad we came out with the victory. Lots of good numbers for the defense. Not so much for the offense, but what is the Conquistadors going to have in store for us? I will try to have the last regular season game within a week. I'm going to try to do that. Health pending. Facebook. I have been rather critical of Madden 22 on Twitter, and oddly enough, my Twitter account has been suspended, so I have not been promoting this on my Twitter account, this franchise, because I've been locked out of my account. I'm not going to say that EA did that to me, but it's an interesting coincidence that I just start criticizing the game. Oh, Moonlight Swami also blocked me, and then I got the my Twitter account locked right after that. So you do the math on that one, and I didn't curse him out or anything. He just said, hey, you know, he was reaching out to the community. He said, hey, what are some things that you want to see in Madden? What are the mistakes? What are we doing wrong? Don't be. You might know who Ryan Moody is, and he's critical of the team, of the EA and their game, but rightfully so. There's lots of broken parts that should not be there. There's lots of things missing from the game, and they think he's being negative and attacking them and personal attacks. It's like, no, look, there's not referees on the field. There's features that we had 15, 20 years ago that aren't in this game. You don't have restricted free agency, which was in the game 10, 15 years ago. You don't have draft pick compensation. But you're going to put in all these superstar mode and MUT modes and things like that nobody really wants. And the, what's that? I don't even know what it is. Face of the franchise mode and all that kind of stuff. Nobody asked for that. Nobody wants that. Meanwhile, this franchise mode, people, we've been asking for this stuff for decades, and they're ignoring us. They finally throw us a bone with this new scouting, and what do? They postpone it, and postpone it, and postpone it. And they have game-based, MrHurricane had a franchise going, and all of a sudden it just froze up and wouldn't load. All his files just got locked, and he couldn't get into them anymore. So there went a franchise he was trying to do offline, and it's a known glitch. It's happened to a number of people. It's like, these are the things that we're talking about. These are the things I brought up. And I wasn't like, oh, your game stinks, it's this, it's that. It's like, no, here's what the problem is. Please fix them. Blocked. So now I can't see his tweets anymore. So how much do they really care? I mean, and like I said, I'm going off on a tangent. But anyway, I'm going to get out of here. Thank you all for joining me. Please like, please watch. I'm not abandoning this. It might seem like I do at times, but I will come back to it. I love this series, and I want to see where it goes. So you all take care. Hope you're having a great week, and we'll see you next time here on Ben's Corner. Take care, everybody.